Okay, welcome back to the Atmospheric Cafeteria and pushy spirits. Alrighty. How's everyone? How's everyone? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, so quite pushy. I'm sorry, everything is so very unorganized. I feel like I'm in like just a room filled because it's been a little bit. So here we are. All right, hello spirit. I'm just listening in. There's so much going on. Came out upside down, so I'm gonna just leave her upside down for the moment. We've got a Queen of Wands. And let's see what else we've got. We've got a pug underneath the desk. Pulling out. This is my art book, my sketch pad. You know, at the end of the day, the Two of Cups is wish fulfillment. Not a wish fulfillment. Nine of Coins is a wish fulfillment. At the end of the day, the Two of Cups is a card of union, right? And what I'm being told here is that there's two separate messages. I'm going to do the first message and then we're going to do the second message because I'm going to do these in two parts and then one part. The first message is at the end of the day, the Queen of Wands comes in, right? Because the Queen of Wands reversed is narcissism. The Queen of Wands reversed is not ever going to be a good human being. She's just not. Anytime a wand that represents a human is reversed, it always represents narcissism. So if it's the page, the knight, the queen, or the king, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine necessarily in this point, but it can indicate the sex of the person in your life who is the narcissist. It can be an extra confirmation for you, But in general, because usually being in your king energy and your queen energy refers to a state of energetical being where you feel your emotions and your strengths, that means that you can be, narcissists can be in their king and their in all of their energies. So, but this right here, okay, so that's a preface to that. But this right here shows a human being who is in their Queen of Wands upright. This, I am feeling like it is a woman, but take it how it resonates, because as we all say, there is no gender. But this is a person who is feeling their emotions, and they're feeling their growth, and they're feeling how things around them, they're feeling how they themselves are growing around themselves. And in this, okay, the Two of Cups come up. Now, normally the Two of Cups means, you know, a union. You know, because you have the Lovers where you're on the road getting to know each other, and then you have the Two of Cups, which signifies that, yes, we're ready to take the next part of the union. But in this, what this is implicating is that you and your Queen of Wands and your emotion and your growth era of blooming, you are coming into the Two of Cups with yourself. You are coming into union with all of who you are in this moment. And that is going to bring you these gifts. Okay? You are coming into union with who you are as a human being, and this is your growth cycle. And this Two of Cups here doesn't mean that you're coming into union with another human being. It means that you are coming into union with you. You are finding the other part of yourself. You're finding the union within yourself, because at the end of the day, we all have many parts of ourselves that we have to learn and grow and fall in love with. And this is saying that you are finally shaking hands with that other part of you to complete yourself. You yourself are completing yourself, which is a very great gift, which then gives you a lot of abundance, because this woman growing all of these coins is this Queen of Wands. Okay? That's who that is. That's who that is. That's who that Queen of Wands is, okay? These are the same woman. And because you've made this choice to get to know yourself, you're giving yourself the biggest gift you ever could. And that's self-knowledge and self-acceptance and self-love. See how the light just illuminates her? She is just illuminated. So whoever you are illuminated in the discovery of who you are. And a lot of you might go, oh, I already know who I am. But if you're sitting there saying, oh, I know who I am, you don't actually know who you are. Because anybody who understands what I'm saying, who's been through this, and I have been through this, you sit there when somebody says this and you go, oh yeah, I remember that experience of getting to know myself. Oh, that was a time. That was a time. And then you start to think of all the stuff in your head that, you know, you were doing. You were isolated, you were alone. Sure, you went out, you had friends, you might have had a good time, you went to the club, whatever. But at the end of the day, you came home to yourself. You learned how to be your own queen. You learned how to plant your own garden. And because of that, you came into the union of self. And that union of self is such a growth point that what ends up happening is the only people that come into your life are people who know their own growth, who have met their own growth, or people who are definitely on the road to it. Because once you grow, once you meet who you are, once you introduce yourself to yourself, you stop wanting to hang around people that don't know themselves or betray what they know of themselves. You want people that get it. You want people who are going to grow. You don't want people that are going to sit stuck in a pattern that they're never going to get out of. And it's only with that self-growth of the soul, of the mind, of the body, of the inner human being that we are, that we can give ourselves this seed, this special seed here, because that's what this is. And that seed helps grow all of this. And this right here is self-esteem. This is self-respect. This is self-knowledge. This woman is looking over there going, yeah, I heard you, but I'm not doing that. That's not good for my soul. And by not good for my soul, it doesn't mean, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. It means, yeah, I just don't think that's a good idea in general for whatever actual good is good of a reason. And by that, what I mean is, maybe at one point you would have gone, well, you know, I guess I'll just go and do it. And now you sit there and you actually examine it and go, you know what? Maybe I would have done that 10 years ago, but that's not who I am right now. I don't actually want to do that because on the inside, that's not making my inside me feel good. And that's the point of this. This Two of Cups is also your outside you meeting your inside you and coming to terms with the fact that, hey, one of the things that comes to mind is when you meet this part of yourself, this is the part of yourself, making sure I don't have any chocolate all over me. This is the part of yourself that says, you know what, I don't have to take the abuse from my parents anymore. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away. Maybe it's going to take a couple more times of me talking to them to actually confirm that, oh yeah, hey, this isn't a great idea. But that's what I'm going to do now because I love myself. And not in a haughty way, not in a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a conceited. You're not loving yourself in a gimme, greedy, conceited way. You're loving the small child, the teenager, the 20-year-old, however, every age of you that there is up until the age that you are right this moment. You're accepting and loving those parts of yourself and realizing, you know what, I don't have to talk to my parents anymore. I don't have to talk to these family members. I don't have to tell anybody at work about my life because, yes, the job is a good job, but these aren't people I want to know. And I know people who are like that, who keep their private life private because they just really don't want everybody to know. You know, it can be startling when you find out that somebody loves death metal and they're wearing a suit and tie. So that's what this is about. This is about self-growth, oh my God, my speech impediment's coming out. Self-actualization and learning how to love the self at all ages. Introducing yourself to yourself and loving yourself no matter what you're doing, because that's who this queen is. This queen is the queen with the wand. This queen is an earth sign. This queen knows how to take her wand, put it in the dirt, cover some soil over her feet, water her feet, and then just let them sink into the soil and the mud and dry and go, yeah, you know, I'm sitting here and we're not taking the bullshit anymore. She also knows how to take her feet out of that dirt to walk to a different area because she's not doing it anymore. And now she has herself to go with. So this is wonderful. So you have discovered yourself and you're introducing yourself to yourself, and that is very good, very wonderful, and very special. So I'm going to leave this here and then I will upload the rest of the reading because otherwise this is going to be too long, and this is just one reading right here. So anyway, come back for part 2, and good night, God bless, good night, God bless you, and we love you. If this is all that you stay for, have a good and blessed day. Love you all.